or J seat. Honorable sir, at the time, we need primaries, not incumbent near NPP, right? Yes. Okay. Yeah, indeed, a seat the NPP actually maintained. Honorable Sylvester Tete. Before that, let me say a happy, glorious birthday to Guilford Tete Adams, popularly known as Ni Oprempre the Second, Shiashi Manche, former retired Temafire Regional Commander. We wish you strength, power, good health, and more blessings. We pray for you on this day, which is your birthday. You are a big inspiration to us. Happy birthday, Daddy. We love you. It's from your family, Mrs. Florence Tete, Eliano Tete, Rebecca Matilda Tete, Ransford Tete, Abuaje Bernard McKeown, Richard, Peter, Fred, and all your loved ones. Inti Guilford Tete Adams, Ni Oprempre the Second, Shiashi Manche. Happy birthday to you, and do have a really, really good birthday. You celebrate your birthday together with Omaihene Kwabena Asante, and all the many others are Edu on birthday, and Ochiame Kwame and Yao Preko, who happens to be Deputy Director Communications at the Presidency. Honorable Sylvester Tete, Akwaba na apomi edie.
Obi, apomi eba na brene.
Yeah, me says you going around the country, baby. Easy.
Na mama nchia menua Omaihene.
Yes.
Ame mana wodapa. Na enenipa bebre enedi omo awoda. Chia no strongo. Na Edding, but nyame wo. Mechia Alan John Kyerematen, the future president, the incoming flag bearer of our party,
of the NPP.
Of the NPP. Yes.
But moko around that's the vibe you get, huh?
Obi, unless of course you haven't followed the NPP's tradition for a long time. But Obi bia grow with the biache. I go through and run a me check 14 years ago. I'm your constituency secretary.
14 years?
Yes, ago. Wow. I'm your constituency secretary. Wow. So, Obi, we've paid our dues and we're still soldiering on. And because but it's clear that the delegates
yes,
will honor Alan John Kyerematen, not just because he's been contesting elections, but he has what it takes to win the confidence of the generality of Ghanaians, and it is key. Because Obi, Yankotuaba for a flag bearer, by Kotuaba beyond the 230,000 MPP delegates.
Yes.
Electoral rolls this year Ghana is about 17 million. It is expected that 2 million more people will be added. That's about 18-19 million. So, what responsibilities? The first question I also be say, I'm part of the electoral college of 230,000. My decision me take here and no. How would the 17 or more million Ghanaians who accept my decision? A critical question. Until we buffer so say MPP delegate now we did two no. Keep asking yourself. Nipa omujine nyina obi ase efata in the eyes of us the delegate. But beyond them, no, Ghana for be accepting no one my mandate to break the 8. And on a question, Debia Misha,
delegates now would
busa almost say, Mama yesa analysis no, in all humanity. Obi, you know me metinasi and you be at and I will never seek to play God over anybody. I can only appeal and plead with them, say na madwin yemi, say the faha and we've done that before in the MPP. So one, everybody should feel free. Nobody should be intimidated.
Sure.
Obia enka ne boso asem say na me feel say na ma obia ma obi nhyɛ so. Because in our party it is not like that. So we've seen it before. But yembisa ye ho simple questions say maybe 8 years we are seeking to break a record that has never happened before because there's an emergent threat of John Mahama's coming back, his presidency, is a threat to this country. Yes, it's a big threat to the future of our country. Because of mayor president that a different thing, but we have seen John Mahama as a vice president, we've seen John Mahama as a president, and we've seen John Mahama coming back to do one term. The risk levels are quite high, and therefore we put somebody with a new idea, fresh ideas, who has been tried and tested in the area of Onwani personal life, his composure, his demeanor, Nyama watumi aye. No, me feel say yen delegate me fan kwa dwendwemo kase. Enti in all humility, me say obi bia ojina bia ese efata. We have the sitting vice president also contesting. Me, I'm a lecturer at the Faculty of Laws. Joe Gatti, he taught me company law. A very smart and intelligent person. He's also in the race. Dr. Akoto Aplako, Kennedy Japan, my good friend. I'm very close to him more than anybody. That Obama constituency, I was there. I spoke on his platform. And of course, everybody in my constituency and beyond knows that I'm supporting Alan Kyerematen. In fact, I'm the Greater Accra chairman of his campaign in the entire Greater Accra.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
They know. But Kennedy is like a father, a brother. We've gone way back. But we had a conversation in these elections. I'm supporting Alan Kyerematen without say I'm not disrespecting anybody or playing down on anybody, but me catch a delegate say yenye objective analysis, because now we are rather swimming against the tide because NDC has nothing to lose. They can just throw all the propaganda and everything. But yenna yatna baimu 8 years seeking to break it. We have our own challenges, not peculiar to Yen Abaywe, but it's a global trend where the IMF itself had come out to say they need more money to support ailing economies. That has become necessary simply because of the two major global pandemics we've never seen the magnitude before in the area of COVID and Russian-Ukraine war. Yamwa economies, over 91 countries today before the IMF for various programs said we can resuscitate various economies too. And no interest and you will never be blamed for it. And on NDC for punching left, right, center. But I believe we are able to scale this. In the face of this crisis, there are countries today, and the UK, doctors are on strike. We call America, mortgage rate has gone all-time high. The number of people are muda bonti and they are costropa. It tells you we are feeling the hate now. All these things ultimately will be blame on us. Will be a lusune juma debt exchange. It's good for this country, but of course it will be blame on you as a government, as a matter of fact. And these are things that we playing into the next election. So we look for a candidate who will stand tall in the face of all these things. At the level of culpability will be quite minimal, so that we can go into the elections.
It is your belief, sir, for Nipana age no Obia outside the NPP delegates, no? Ghana for nyina be genatum. Alan Kyerematen.
Definitely.
Amongst all the
people who are, with no disrespect to any of them, but I believe that in all sincerity, I said, Opobidi, very difficult to have something to say about Alan Kyerematen. In all his public life, there's no single allegation of anything untoward. Check. I haven't heard one. Check in this country. And he's the longest serving trade minister for this country. Yawasafo Manfo told us today we are all celebrating the single market after for Africa. In the 90s, he started talking about it. He's a global trade icon. His experience across the world is unmatched in this country. So when we are looking at industrialization, trade and investment, and you have such an icon in your country, you can't help than to put him forward. And consistently, his public life, his service through Empretech Africa, how he's propelled and shepherded young Ghanaian and African businesses to the global stage. This is a man, if you want to talk about him, Adajebebo. So I think, sir, he's paid his dues to the history of this country, and I believe, sir, he will be a fine president.
A fine president for Ghana.
Be a fine president for Ghana. And beyond that, he's a very peaceful and very affable personality. Say, obey public life. He's selfless. Juma pass, Juma you need to double your steps. He's one very, very quite meticulous. He pays attention to details. And I think that these are virtues you need in trying times like this for a country. You need such a virtue for a man of his stature. MPP for maximum 230,000. We are going to make a decision for over 17 million Ghanaians. And if I launch a mantin now, na for more council can you be Ghana for?
Why now, Mosha?
Exactly. And the OBBR before we take a decision, we be you have.
I was all during the bigger election.
The bigger election.
And just
baby, I want say ye jum. Say sorry. Say baby, I'll be fine you home piano. Just do a small survey beyond MPP for na nipane.
The busa almost why na omopeno.
Yeah, this almost one a pen. Before, uko to abana. So we MPP nya opese ye break 8 na. O dia baby awo no. Yes, I survey no. Say ye dey ho nkomo. Ensem bebre wo ho a mentumi betra fidie so nka. But me share me delegate na dia dia. Metumi dia to omanim. No, mentumi betra nka because dia me kan nyina achi. Na ye be ko na delegate say akoto no medi anima. The next day me call ni fie na me call ni office na declare me support say ekwa because it's one party. And me betra kasa fidie so. Embe kan akoto ho asema. Many are to a lawyer or Tiana. I think no, they call there be a genesa. Okay. And see, yes, say Emma and ye ajubro. And I feel so yam penning for di party name. Our guide the process. No,
Amunya fair.
And then my say Greater Accra, regional executives, Achiche Omugum, other places. Esabi, Nipa
Omugum, ye then your call.
I say. Aspirant to be around to much almost mundi ni team mechi and constituencies simultaneously for 2 days.
The regional executives.
Yes.
Omoko conference omuko ja omo anase like
omuko ja omo amonita campaign omuko akoye obi mistressa but nyame ne hene. Nyame you see Sadia we nyina we must seem to be fair to all the aspirants. Na said ye beya bako for winia. Sabi, they be can say, Ubi obe try to play God, and now I are now be disappointed. Where press conference were held for a system candidate. When the delegate congregated, the decision was otherwise. It became very difficult for
system candidates, no?
Yeah, for those who publicly went against him to adjust and come around for him to work. But the magnanimity and then the experience and then the maturity of the winner rather went to them first. Because I can't work without you. In the same vein, the vibrancy, the euphoria, Japan has changed it around the constituencies. It is not a joke. The base of the party has been energized.
Ken echo round.
Akotonsu beko ono sudi dini ebetwaso we befa a shen crying. But no koyese sebi nipe bi se wo de ye ma wo wini na we ni ye penalty. Obia about constituency organize the people for them to come and talk to them. Oh, at the end of the day, MPP delegate, only the Obetwa no.
But only Alan call round. Why have you faced that challenge in some conferences?
No. It hasn't happened.
Okay.
And no I encourage them. Say it should be as such.
Okay.
Yeah. Starting constituency by constituency. Yeah. Regional tours.
The Alan campaign.
Yes. Yeah. Regional tours. You be a regional tour in Greater Accra. Then we'll start constituency by constituency because we're doing a consultation at the national level, regional level. 29th of this month. A Drew will so walk in Accra. Eshe Ono.
A Drew will so walk.
Yes, our health walk. 29th of this month. Mega.
Ewa Accra.
Yeah, back.
The health walk. Say, omode tin to mapo.
Now, lawyer knows around your training. What train to upo mo dem all the Bible.
Health walk.
We
organized by
Alan Kyerematen's campaign in Greater Accra. chaired by my good self.
When your party, no.
We've made it clear. This is our Kyerematen supporters in Greater Accra, and yes, I work.
The moving numbers, Nadia.
Now be Kumasi. DC Kumasi, your party, since I bought my 7 years ago. We haven't been able to.
Pulling numbers.
No. Alan is a magnet.
Really?
Yes. I mean, the number speaks for itself. And we'll test again in Greater
Accra.
Yeah, 29th.
Did that work? No, silence some people.
No. You see, we are not doing it to silence some people.
Okay.
It is to whip up the enthusiasm in the party base. It is not intended to silence anybody.
But how about those who say most of those people are a PAD work that are not delegates?
You see, that is where okay. If they are not delegate, I have already told you, say 17 million people will be voting.
Okay.
So if you are limiting your activities
to delegates,
you'll be mistaken. Now, 2 of them will now what we are doing, we've seen flag bearers before. MPP. Party having a flag bearer. We've gone past getting a flag bearer. President, president twice or 4 times. President Kufo, we need twice. Nanado, we need twice. So the yardstick is to win elections, is not to become a flag bearer.
To become just a flag bearer.
And I say, there are parties that fight to get a flag bearer, and that's it.
94.7.
So, Obi, MPP need to be I do, and then Yako beyond getting a
flag bearer. You need somebody to win the presidency.
Yes, I don't think President me Nanado Dango Akufo-Addo. I'm always grateful to him. I will be in charge. Me call law school. He funded my going to law school.
Oh, the faculty level.
Yes, he did. Me lose 2012 election, 2013. Me call him. I was go back to school, very young. So for me, the investment Nanado has made in me. Maybe I'm catch Crawford say, look, this tradition Nanado has paid his dues. From a first national organizer, he went through the mill. And nothing you see no fritity. And it's not for nothing. And Alan Kyerematen, when we had to go for the second round in Legon, Alan Kyerematen can say, Nanado, we are minu penny. Me play my second round. I cede it to him. And Nanado can say, Dewaye, like President Kufo said to me, I'll be president before you. You will also come after me.
Nanado said that. He's on record.
He's on record. He's on record. So we are motivated by change of baton and the tradition of this party. Says that Alan Kyerematen did not go for runoff and recognize. Said Nanado and they also a call. They also be drew so it is his time. And not just his time, but he's capable. He has proven. Yamane Juma, the first minister to be appointed at Nanado. And then Niamana Alan Kyerematen Abuana Nanado Manaye in the trade and industry sector. You can list them one after the other. So it's not just a slogan I say Druniso, but he's capable, he's competent. He has demonstrated.
Okay, slogan it reminded me of an interview I did with Benefson, I think about 2-3 months ago, and he made a point. Say initially, Oti said, "Modi Druniso, slogan no air corner." He thought that was it was not strategic in his own words. But if he said a drone so will not fly because a drone be so then a preku. But a preku contested apparently with Nanado in 98 and a conform in the honor I was anke drone so
I said this. I said this. I gave you the basis of a drone so.
Okay.
In Legon, the experience in Legon.
Okay, that experience.
Yes, Aplaku contested in Legon.
Contested Legon.
On your 19. Alan, you see, your presidential primaries and your simple majority is 50+1.
Sure.
And it is a Ghana national elections. When you have 50+1 of the delegate, will go for runoff between the first two aspirants.
Yeah.
And Aplaku was there. The 17th aspirant, it was Alan and Nanado who were billed to go for the runoff.
Yeah, I was there. I remember.
And then Alan Kyerematen saved the situation. I said, no, I won't subject the party to further division. I can wait and bid my time. I think it's a small statement for the president today to say, sir, just as President Kufo said to me, Alan, what you have done today, you will come after me. It's settled.
It's settled.
So train I mean come we no aba.
It's settled.
It just will be a bien Kosiaga. Those who have said say the mood in the party, because in every primaries, no, you gauge the mood in the party.
But the mood, no.
Yeah.
You see, the race has not started. Yeah, prelims.
Oh, sir.
Yes, I mean, check all the results that have come. Now, Alan doesn't have a perceived system. Onyan started a campaign, but every poll put him ahead. He's liked by Ghanaians. That is most important. We a delegate, candidate Ghana for Peno. You may not like him, but if he's a candidate Ghanaians like him, go vote for him and get the power.
And I mean about me.
So it is not about personal interest. That should be the guiding principle. Look, Nanado. Nanado can go for primaries. 94% of the delegates because we are convinced he's the most popular politician of all times.
Sure.
Go Pia Bontia, we yet Delbesi for Mamba Besheno. In our struggle. Look, President Kufuor couldn't have done it. Nanado was a crowd puller, even though he was a candidate. So Pia, everybody was waiting to hear Nanado. So it's time and says, and you see, Ghana for the Omopeno and Yama. Because we have an organic constituency. Over 49% of the population.
And
it's perceived between 47-49%. But now, once I hear Abaimono, there's a tendency say a party. And to share your first time how we win, our second way, we don't get that same number because it's natural. With decisions we are taking, they affected. And then between 3-5% are almost floating voters now they come to support you. No? Their decision is not static like your organic supporters. So you must be deliberate to know how they feel about you. And they're very important.
Somebody just sent me a text, said, Obi, the NDC is pushing for the MPP to elect Alan Kyerematen as a flag bearer. Don't they think it's a problem for your enemy to advise you on the weapon to bring to war?
Well, you see, only any evidence to this fact.
To this claim, no?
The only evidence are last 3 days or 4 days. Infonatics.
Yeah, global
info
and
analytics.
Info analytics.
One more research I want to buy. All the aspirants in MPP by generality of Ghanaians and Alan Kyerematen tops.
All the aspirants.
Yes.
Alan Kyerematen.
Ghana for beyond our party.
Okay, Omanye delegates. No, Ghanaian generally.
For,
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have a basis to say what I'm saying. On the basis NDC want to push it. Now me to NDC me pushing me to as a member of parliament Obi. My deep party yechi for so many years. Me see 14 years ago. Now me a constituency secretary. In the NDC ne betcha me candidate I Fambra. How kind of statement so disrespectful to say the least.
Adwencha me patro your WhatsApp line here 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. We say Alan Cash is our only hope. Alan Cash is the best to lead and the next to lead in 2024. Unfortunately, one for Woodin and Cajon. Okay, let me see. This one says, Obi, good evening. Kindly ask your guest that there is this propaganda making rounds that Alan is not approachable. How true is it? Francis Ewo Gulf City. I think it's proper you address that issue.
I'll do so.
Yes.
You see, Mami can't send Ghana for any MPP for. Say, only Alan Kyerematen. She said, this is a man. Me Alan Kyerematen didn't invite me.
Okay.
Based on my own assessment and party.
And I will choose to say you will support him. Oh, really?
He never had an invitation to me, never. And like Nanado, he suffered the same thing, so he arrogant on Penipa. But anybody who get opportunity to get close to Nanado, I say, na papa, he said, Mama can find a say yes, Annette here. Oh dear, grow. He's a normal human being.
Said the Moka Mama when you're crazy.
Almost said I didn't say. And the Nippon which they know any opportunity. The detractors can cook it and push it out there. And it's very dangerous. Try to experience him. You see, people were like, Alan Ba Primary no Luswa. Na Wakwakoda. Obi, the system you don't alter and you don't hurt the system. Say to Obama Obia, there was a one opportunity. No year ejuma. Until say elections beba. And the people who says those things, I don't know what they want him to do. Say, ya tuaba, wenya, obienya, or no also support no. And so his public outing at the idea, that is the man who really, and we have party, he was the founders of this party. Alan Kyerematen is one. Ye party we say Bejina say Engina in Penifo wum bianim Ejina Young Executive Forum. In Sunyani, Alan was in the pole position as the youngest ever candidate to have been elected. Yet they pray on him to allow President Kufuor to go. Wankasa. Yes, it be so be I know that no Kennedy Japan can say. So be bet me lay claim say Drew Niswa. People like Alan should lay the claim. Because a Juma yeah, transiting from the 1991 to 1992 demo. For 10 years, he was at the forefront of mobilizing resources for this party, bringing young business enterprises together to support the party and build the structures. And build the party structures. And I'm can say 14 years ago, I'm your council secretary. You think you will not be part of my CV? You'll be part of it. So nobody should belittle his contributions to this party. Nobody. And this will be to me disrespectful say NDC for ne push ye. Now maybe I'm tea. Now to me trust us and we say NDC need push Mr. Minko elect Alan Kyerematen. I mean, how could we come so low?
Okay, Honorable Sylvester Tete, a member of the Alan Kyerematen campaign team. In fact, we're a chairman of the Greater Accra campaign, and I'm MP so for Botiano English. I'm from. Good afternoon, Obi. My name is Emmanuel Kone Mensah. Happy birthday to the CEO of Inspired Allswell Foundation, Honorable Allswell Kofi Annan, the incoming MP for Asen North. May God bless him and grant him all his heart desires. Okay, thank you, ma. Memma lawyer Chumberema Akwaba Sisia, but this one says it's never true that all the polls have been favoring Alan. Okay, Lamprekin Rashid, aka Tema BMW. Me pacho. Any other poller? Any other poller? But we say, Obi, I don't support the NPP, but to me, Dr. Bawumia is their best chance. Strategically, he can improve the NPP's chances in the north. Also, if he is bypassed, the NPP should forget their chances in some communities they struggle with during elections. K. Obey, Ewo Philadelphia, US of A. And this one says that Obi, good evening. Please ask him if he remembers why Alan resigned from the NPP. Okay, Eriko, ABC, Achimota, and Oduwe. But Obi, Alan has contested Akufo-Addo in 2 major elections. As an active follower of the NPP, I cannot remember any key philosophy and strategy from Alan except the cash mantra. Okay, Junior or Tantra Health and some other pointer or the account message. But we say, Obi, greetings. Trust me, Kennedy, Japan, my hero will shock everybody. Nana Dakon, Atadeka, and Odiwe brain. Let me see. We say, Obi, I think Alan should come. But I'm not voting anyway because the disappointment by this government is unprecedented. So we say, Obi, good evening. Sylvester is today and this evening telling us he cannot be convinced by the NDC to choose who to lead them. But they did, and then keep on saying we are. Okay, also we are bringing JM there. I don't get your message well. We say, hi Obi, I get Sly all right. The choice of Alan. Firstly, I think we have to make a choice before we market the candidate. Doesn't he think currently the vice looks more popular and marketable in the party and in the country at large? Emmanuel Norte sending this from UK, Oxford to be precise. Thank you. And I don't know, Slice Obi answer the question.
Respond to some of them.
But we say, Obi, good evening. Tell Honorable that the dynamics and circumstances has changed. Dr. Bawumia is the alternative. Yawa Santi Oyibi and on the way Abba. This one says that, okay, hi Obi. Sylvester, okay, I think I've dealt with this one already. Thank you. Obi, good evening. Alan is a fine gentleman, but then he cannot vibrate on the ground to campaign against the NDC. Yeah, but you've heard that.
But let me deal with it. Nobody see.
Look,
President
there was
Kufuor,
something that you need to be a platform.
When President Kufuor was elected
in
Sunyani, there were people in this party who felt President Kufuor was too soft. I mean, people had soon forgotten. Baby Ayefiba, winning an election in this country, Obi, there's a large constituency of Ghanaians, Sabi. And then gidi no yadi win election. Yemfa gidi a strategy. Dia obetumi aye. President Kufuor sebi. People even refer to him. So mumu. But he goes down as one of the best former presidents of this country. What are they talking about? Now,
but you need to excite.
No, but the excitement, Alan runs the most effective campaign in this country. But these are internal elections. Obi, nyama bebre wo. You don't go gidi in the public. You have to cross the first one. And when you are looking for strategists,
he is one
diligent people when it comes to electoral campaigning. And I'm a catch will say, this is the man on whose strategy through a young executive forum has bet the political party and environment here quite hostile against Chairman Rawlings. PNDC metamorphosed into a civilian rule in 1992. We are talking of a man mobilizing resources, people, and put them together. In fact, a man shared a story. When we lost the 1992 elections, now, stolen verdict, idea was mooted. Say our organization should be polling station based. And this was shared from the venerable Nia Ite Boafo, the longest serving regional secretary of Greater Accra. People who don't know, they should find out what he has to say about Alan Kyerematen. He worked with them, mobilized money to operationalize the polling station base of our party. A strategy, and yet dede. A strategy, and yet dede. Sometimes, some of the noises and the gidi can be counterproductive. Elections in this country has evolved. Yako. Yehwe nipa obetumi aye ejuma na mayen. Ni enya ho mfaso se Ghana for. Na afi ye pegidi dia, edo de ko vibrancy. Eye nipa from polling station to national level. And ye kwa ton candidate. So the attribute of a candidate, very peaceful, humble, dedicated, diligent, track record. I don't know what cotton. Obi we gidi dia. Sabi, e kwa kohwe de obebo kutuku.
Okay, my member lawyer Chum Berema Akwa Baba. Your WhatsApp line or say the makani 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. JL Properties Airboy, ZPay Airboy, Brawley Africa, Translight Solar, Alpha Investment and Properties, Rockstars Roofing Sheet, Obapa Product, EcoBank Ghana, Kingdom Herbal, Ernest Chemist, DBS Roofing, Safari Tissue, Ghana AIDS Commission, Nisi Pharma, Seahorse Engine Oil, and a Franco Trading Enterprise. Lawyer Chumberema, Akwabana, Apomu Yedie.
So for me, and chair out, I just was yesunti.
Oh, yesunti. Yesunti, Edanyamiase, Akwabanso.
But you was winner. Some called there.
Adomia and the cry.
Kwanuko be there.
Dabi.
Now, so for the own tower that they only started to coins.
Now, Oko Fede, Oko Fantiaqua. Another one crying.
Oh, Mekofantiaka, I say now President Mahama here is a redemptor.
Yeah.
So,
it's no pressure.
And
MP Akukudro,
I could do the movie, my neighbors, but I don't know why it has been
timing is really important.
Anyway, I nearly contested in 2020. If it's a cinema organ, I can contest in 2020.
Oh, okay.
But I think that time.
Against Arafat.
Of course, Arafat so on you be contesting in the Papa.
Arafat MPP and NDC.
MPP. On you be contesting.
Now I see tomorrow we need that.
Of course, for
that was 92, right? And now 96.
Yes. We didn't know 6. I think 8 years or so.
Yeah, 92.
And 92 to 96 and then 96 to 2000.
Okay. It was 2000.
And since then, no we need you.
No, we be winning Yansan on Muchim. Guarantee.
Okay.
Every winning from the whole family.
And on Muchim.
And the chairman is here, Benyan of South.
2 Ninian house when people for Nikra.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Now, which my jam NDC there?
There be a emergency. But for now,
Arafat ne boy Juma.
Onyashi. Finance man. I wouldn't ask a man to say it no come. Onyashi. But we are only say. So only me. I saw the mechanics just was this. I'm not from the coffee. Onyashi.
No. Again, I was on Onyashi.
Oh, now the way you way up man for you no
Onyashi Academy of Tumano.
Oh. What's that? I mean, I don't want us to discuss it today. Anyway, so before some call Elusa said you're discussing as but then anyway, I saw one kind of you
do yourself.
Man can be the nice one for crack.
It's true.
The can show my hand the anything through.
Sure.
My birthday. Nah, to be honest, having come to know him, no. He is really an amazing person. Me hand pa open the panel is back with me to far me number one. On when you man says me on me share. Or brapa to hand me on the show. But me to turn the style but he has a temperament to control everybody that appears on this platform. Whether on the TV, brother wouldn't hear us on the tia, Nininamu, Mekai one day be a mene is in a title special no ha. Nams no interview rooms a wound to music.
Okay.
Najma Meridin was studio has questions. I mean, person who must answer questions. But he's a very nice gentleman. The Biam was in Biamaka, and the party I said, now what dance for one who is so deep. Sa Subana, where who says, be what. And the cancer company want so Tim Pon were then with my phone. And I remember very well TV Joshua, the late brother president music we are by Hana or Tin Sempa, and be before that they are for the Omoka. No, say Papa Tias no here since he needed this when he was alive. And so now this is in peace. So you have been as a bit of French. I saw them pa Sundays after church. No, and because she had a craman, yes, some small prayer session at the castle, abandon an issue in this country. Then be before I don't want to mention it, but there were some popular people in this country, MPP inclined people, and normally see radio so. Asopano. Ichabono.
So,
what done the castle on Sunday? Can you imagine? And what yes in the name of Papa, we knew fan and then Nesieka. Like I said, he's an amazing soul. And his existence is so special to everybody who comes around him. I'm told to say he's 50 years.
50, I would have to cross check.
I think so, because that's what I heard this morning. If that, I stand to be corrected anyway, but that's what I'm saying. But Nina Muno, or Unico, but don't go say plus one minus one. Whatever. Nyankopon hira no mana hodene Bible say nipa won kwan na wade nyina enti wudi wonna no ekwanimu no na de esrema wo yenkwa because when you have that you can do anything that you want to do and kwan hodin wo mu dia na wo hia because obi won kwan na sa hodin ni ti ba bi wada nyampa na kwan no kwa firi nsem but wo de no de yebusa de kwan hodin wo mu ema wo say Nyankopon wo hodin nim de na wo hia to do the work that you are doing on fema Bible say ko bi nim de nyansa wo mu same na de be ma no enti ana awia yi no de esrema wo no se nimde ne nyansa wo hia to do your work omen enso One so at and then your birthday, but you also may God grant you the same wisdom and knowledge and understanding. No, I would be with almost every single day. Yeah, better now. You're about your busa questions. Near to your answer and suffer. Now you do we name country and a part in this way. I'm so on your room and you're not so to Tedia.
Onke kabi bimbo.
Na yan can mention it. Mongo fa na number for subani bi. On your selective part, on your party of Sumbias. You didn't say we know na yebema mekoso ahye president Mama so den. Yeah, kasa sebre. Said be kind last week na you know Eastern region. I mean almost all the consensus in the Eastern region. We can bo we so separate. The fantastic north and south in na separate. Yeah, or by south understand call north and so Buakwa north and south we share umbo I think I was same any that. So ni nyina mu what me share delegates no. And it's just I mean amazing. Obi we share no and I said delegates ni share na how he relates with them. Mekai obedu fantakwa south na or pass a very funny comment. I say, Mahama na one food na to dinner, me and you. Me and I know Madam San, me and me. What I say. So it's nice how he relates with the ordinary Ghanaian. On say obiti sebita fracture you include be asia. Na niko so say yen hu da. What ten ho say you can radio so you can TV so and obi hu say bia na obi a TV na bia wo twem so say bia o kasa na bia o hwe live. But as you say was so was wo tie so say we any hu da. But obi this tour now all the opportunity for people to familiarize with him. One when be photo, one when be there ben. And he has a time and patience for everybody. Yeah, kasa sabri what simu uti region.
Oh, okay.
Our name uti delegates and so. Is she ever go do and one get oh now how can he answer about was no. The respect is needed. The Ubonian this and Ikasa de Mano. Mona 2 minutes woman some. Mona more small me conclude menu. It is my I'm a country when I'm can cross mobile. No man funny be on
Asempa FT
94.7. Eye kaka sepa na ya kotobekunya ben ya mafetro na yentimi so what ya say kotobekunya ben egu yesu ya yentimi petro yentimi ndize ni nyina achi we have to spend all this huge sums of money to go up and down but ni ye munti ampani se papa nwa so paboa no nwa so no ya na enyene ni mu de se bita trache ni ye mo benye bi di anwe twene abo mma me no me na di asanti ana wo ye nsa eti ni ye mo beboa magana enya ne to papa fura ni agitimi afri ayi 2x4 of wensam e dia begina ba bi papa abetudi move man to the right direction nya ba bi na ba omian ne mkofo akoto ma yato wi we are say wono asay ne but man the president no say me ni can you imagine ya ukukuru wenti nkuru na utam so ada abeda tu na obi ya ma dia no so free for yendi amaso ese se famo we se so abra so so ma dia betumi akọ na ba omiya ka Ghana for do we but me dey because me na me show you ajiba umia dia I wonder which planet that person is coming from. Oh, I'm telling you. Ba umia so wo gine na dey answer no Ghana groma and then say no kan and I know my sister station mo friend say Joy FM good omo a very good national job pa coach somebody by
previous quotes
and someone do I can that oh we go ha me back me friend juma kakra
na dey all discuss about me
me discuss about me na wo kan wo dey na me tia man ka bi na me become the wo fi asem me man kan wo dey kan wo dey ave what you say kan wo dey me dey na busu America
we can jo mama ko
what say
osi mu fa musa she mu botu
Mr. Chairman
owie ye osi onye magician or discussion
nyabotre na wo kasa na me sia yi ma wo dey nyabotre
na me kasa me fi a wo meti wo fi asem
nyabotre na no say wo fi ensem na bi na yati asem nyabotre mate we Ghana ho asem na ibusu ayedi Ghana nso me fi ti enkoso ndi Mr. Chairman, the IMF was totally available if the government has listened to sound advice from many quarters much earlier. This paragraph alone is a defeat to Baumia.
Oh, how? Sir, IMF was avoidable. Sanka
was available.
Available or avoidable?
So avoidable, sorry. Was avoidable. If Sir Abani can't hear foot to another decline bar. This just this paragraph and Kwana is a defeat to Baumia. How? The IMF that we have been to today and they are avoidable. And some no can in the names here. Maybe so. We should not what the other say we can some. Not minimum coming, Mr. Fu and some women. O can it or Kafa Fu. He was sympathizing with drivers, both commercial and private. I ain't mean to petrol. And now we see what that not petrol 1 gallon 14 cedis. And under a 10 one, me 14 cedis and I try 1 liter. I liter me here and 4.5 and 1 gallon. Who say you can be a best person to lead the country? Now I'm for to us. Obi, I'm for to us. Well, but I was born and ran the house. I can say, money, we on me at Timothy and my and never we had my. So on what I can was you will go to the post in 2020, 2024 with you being a vice president. Then why that woman? So my dear, I come about knew about me and be the enemy by Okruma. Nadia. Nini on the video the buy.
How?
Only and not even a single thing.
On a point of order. On a point of order. Obi. No, but you see.
Make us away. Let's look at your album.
But we are not see her.
We are not discussing. Why that be? What
we are not discussing.
Now, but I'm teaching promise and Muslim Sunday. What they starting to what they come and come here.
I made me opening remarks, and I chose to talk about
opening remarks in 45 minutes. What has you? So is there? See, I can't yampon. One day, man, because I make candidates on them.
Say on our percent people.
Oh yes, because on next man, I'm me pa. Me, I guess personal. Next man, I'm me.
Sir.
Pa until one day will be pano. Oh, Mister, don't know what I can no credit. Now, so imagine one day. The make man, I'm me pep. I Mohammed Baumi, Alaji. One of them. Said the Baya, I mean, maybe some name some your can and the other trade, but in Sanian Yakasi. Second, I say to our bending. So when you dear Sunny who will be out between the woman a year, Aden and Nay, all Chamaku for any more guassi. Now what's not what I catch as a woman of any. Yes, it's immediate. I can never be convinced by women and something and comfort no one almost one. But one numbers is what I say. Any person that you
a year MPP for I think about 8 or 9.
Are you? But I could be Sunday on us also on the into us or every time sitting over the president on the Indian Canadian.
That's
what? That's a video in there.
So I said, obey flag bearer of the MPP. So obey president, so the flag bearer.
Did you listen to the question? You are lost in to Obi.
Okay, then. Now then, I would say so. Okay.
What's your question around the Busan? Very good. Obi, a very simple question. Why do you want to be a president?
Yes.
What's your Busan? Why do you want to be a lawyer? Can't you tell us? You know, so before you want to be a lawyer, you have to go to law school. Who doesn't know that?
Yes.
Who doesn't know that? It's generic.
And also on the a flag bearer.
No answer. What am I now? What's it? Obi, I told you. I don't mean to what you know, what did not China? Canada, Japan, yes. But they are concerned with 1 woman to man and 1 having.
Are they?
Woman to man.
Also the campaign in your momentum.
I know. My only videos back home and be trending. And I like the way I was I mean, the issues our to Jano. Some more kind of maybe I know that and you go to one or 2 hours. For instance, he's I'm sure no cast about pickups. I think 200 something pickups or to the man party. No, you know. My days in service as a police officer, I was with one to know say the late year winner. Okay. I am aware because only he received one of those pickups. What does it? What's it? We are police now. We are in this. Oh, that's police now. We are in this. Now, who was about concern secretary? Now we are here. We are police now. We are in this. I know it's like something. Remember, I was what the Ukraine win. I mean, those that you know the truth about. No. Or receive back now. When say free, can Japan honor Abba? Okay. I know. Okay. You know, South American and when we are can, what you know, where yes, you can you know, the young Christian everything. So what I say, yes. So you found into but on not the bedding. I ground the Agent Allen and the making us. Now, no crew when they say, Penisa Bissipani couldn't have my Tassin Banyasa for 2 months, what Tassin Banyasa for from by me, I said them. The Magman I am Ramamiami, but me has a main fashion, Master and Mafia may I. Me call online and your money go past coach and no we the bassa. Was the money in a scene. Petrol 7 will come 7 run and see. Egusi and a little no and Namahe says here 12 point super 12.84 and I must 2 cities was never touch. Into one multiply boom by book on so was 2% rather and never better. Into what the different one will be on when I'm 13 point something. Cities per liter. Abam Papa no. The good managers of the economy. The one who said they were competent. Now Mahama are incompetent. Now they are begging and struggling to become incompetent. Can you imagine? The very competent ones are struggling and begging to become incompetent. Today you are with the IMF. They are tasking you to go to the incompetent rate of debt to GDP. Now see where is Baumia today? That is why I said I want the pen. You had issues with 57%. You had issues with 60%. You had issues with every rate. Say your incompetent level. Me don't inflation rate now or and now buy it saying. Have you checked the interest rate for loans? What was my assessment then when you put with me loan there at the edge? My checking the when you go. My checking power and not journal my branch to be frame and on the medium come. Now or can I say no baby my meeting modding. But just say was a lawyer, bear a free general about from the Yanaka to other. And so sorry, Obi, people are going through struggles and stress and mess in this country. But okay, Nadia, on take responsibility on pen Nibia Untin, not the Akoshobi, was Russia, Ukraine. Ayo. Meanwhile, from 2019 December, now COVID will be into Kruma. And they started warning you about our reckless lifestyle that we were living, led by this very government. By the IMFs and the World Banks. Internet, see a bedroom now. You don't have to say the bedroom because I did dance here and then people who since you are 30, you said the Fumayo. One more, na yen yahu. Okay. The onion so yahu. So what I say? Our message is very simple. Come 2024, latest by 30th May, the NDC will decide. We know the decision will not fall far from the truth that we know of.
Yeah, John Mahama will be the next.
Definitely he will win.
Okay.
He will win. I mean, I am wondering who among the, I think the three, who can, no, there are three. Right?
Okay.
So fourth one, the on one anchor beam.
I will pull it out.
Yeah. So now I think it's Kojobonsu as two or so. And then,
Kojobonsu Kwabnadu for and John Mahama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One by one, I mean, I'm soon with the but no, as I'm paid here. As I'm paid here. You have a pong grown. Said Dano, year 30th May, no. A Dano sooner, no Siambo, Sabre, Mobi at Tian. Now results on Ebano. You give me a call and tell me, said I'm a catcher on Ebon.
John Dramani Mahama.
He is going to win and win hands down.
90%.
Oh, of course. That's how we know down one fall. I mean, he can't go below 95% now. Intimacy. And how can your mama score below 95% in the NDC?
Yeah, but I want to say, if one of the other aspirants, because for mono polling station be a more delegates saying 9.
Yeah, 9.
It is the aspirant be to mean one delegate per polling station. JMN to mean 90 something percent. No,
when they say what you are,
and I'm what?
Say what you are. Okay. Yes, I grown the day.
A form.
Thank you.
Obi, this is Nenyi Guru Abeku the third from Ewutu Senya West constituency. Tell Honorable Sly to ignore lawyer Chumberema. The NDC has nothing good to talk about their own JDM. That is why he's focusing on Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Obi High, tell lawyer Chum, Dr. Bawumia is a wash and empty. How is he helping another with policies to solve Ghana's economic problems?
Nyantechi. I said Dr. Bawumia is and was empty.
Okay, in the was and the was. Okay. And thank you, my brother. We say, Obi, so why is lawyer Chum? Why does he keep on throwing dust into people's eyes?
That's it.
You are a UK trained lawyer and you know it's a global issue. So he should try to keep his propaganda to the barest minimum because the propaganda is just too much. Master P, our London, in another person say global issues now you go through you go through.
We say Obi, I'm going to come Ziana.
Trouble me.
Now, counter evidence to prove him wrong. Open.
That is not a global issue.
Oh, open now.
Counter evidence to what? Say any global issue no.
Me say,
what are you?
You will see what
Obi, you want to dodge
ambush litigation.
the document you want to rely on. I want to rely on them. These are the witnesses I'll call. So I want to confirm witness. Am I any witness? I'm an interested party. Obi,
yes.
You see, it's interesting. Media, I've said, say, Nipa ejina wo NPP mu nyina Nipa 5 delegates ebe yi wo mo through super delegates say omo nyina go through.
Yeah.
Obia is better than Jomama.
Oh really?
I'm telling you.
The top 5 MPP be you know.
Obia is better than
one best.
A delegate be decided. A delegate decided.
Top ni info.
Na say 9
oh, so the top 5 no. Likely to be Alan K, Baumia. Tobo.
Na do what I na whole pros say. Me say
Alan K, Baumia, Kene Japan.
O say Alan K na dey.
Alan K, Baumia, Kene Japan.
Sir, na did this one.
Na dey impo. 2 be na be.
We say
na ka 2 be ka 2 na be ka ne wo Kwabene Japan. Jogate wo Ajako
Jogate mi am senior former AG senior Wadaruma and wetin can say Fiscal mama.
Obi bia MPP4. Nipa 5
top 5 no.
You didn't want Beko no. Obia will be better. Obia is better than Baba.
Says who? Says who out there okay.
Me na me can.
That's all no.
Me na me can.
No, it's not true.
Obia
MPP can be better than Joma.
Maninho we are the Yoruba. Maninho no worry about.
John Mahama. Obi, me a simple question. John Mahama, you who know as a vice president, you who know as a president. Edi biompa na John Mahama feel say Owoyema or Maya he didn't have time enough to do it. The risk also is that Oba onimso be 4 years. Into him funny home or dead day ya said you can't say it was short memory. Now you 2 Abama came Obi. Oni obi ani kontabu. Oni obi ani hwebio. Na Ghana ne wuti. Nipa ya nya every opportunity in this country. Ye hwepino in an election over 900,000 votes. The worst defeat ever in the history of this country. Or say me samba akana de bi wo ba befa. Onim se onya opportunity na ni mumbebu kontabium onko election bia biom oni mo wie. You can imagine obi bia obe appointing no. Nim say his term or tenure is coterminous with JM's 4 years. The worst will happen under that administration. I can tell you, me where it will be bia MPP. You didn't beba no. Alan Crad here and yanka. Educhem. But to be bia it didn't beba. That person will have a superior argument over John Mahama. And the MPP for there, me, what I pray, say our primaries, especially the parliamentary primaries, must be fair. Not party for, we must eschew the divisions. It costs a lot of seats. Where president won in over 20 more constituencies, now we lost them miserably. That yes where you're in, and Najuna ye that parliament no. Nankro for yem shishiwomo. Ebra ye sipe na also share TV. But if we had all come together and put our differences aside, yes, elections are Sabi. And over 91 countries are before the IMF. They used to cite Cote d'Ivoire and Togo near the idea say they have not gone for IMF bailout and the rest. They are going there. So it tells you say it is not even the IMF itself. Why they are giving so much money to countries, no, and largely it is because of the global pandemic. A very long time. So Obi I hear all the gymnastics in 2014. One equal IMF. Their reason was that global commodity prices are falling, so we should go to IMF to have a homegrown policy. And they call century, call drafty policy, and they call IMF just to have a respite. The worst problems. We presided over a banking sector. Now, MPP in a would have collapsed. Over 4.5 million Ghanaians. Their deposit would have been lost. And no more can the debt. Omo ka say yaboka. Me see, e kanda yabo krumhano. Sika moko jiye say yediba beye Commander Sugar Factory. Obi in May 2016, President commissioned Commander Sugar Factory. Now the plantation to feed the wenu, now it was not available. Before they left power, they had put the factory for a private sector to take over. When we came, we did the due diligence. The price for that factory was inflated. So it was difficult to get a strategic partner to take over. Key components of the factory were missing. And this is a JM who want to become president again of this country. Look, Obi, Enyam Kwalao, Mrs. Yadie, let's guide and guard our internal primaries. Now we in peace. Enyanko failed her. You see, they are jubilating over the current economic situation. But you see, when all is said and done, now yenya a friend is extended credit facility. Now the indicators are coming. Then what again are they going to say? So me Danyamiasi say everything that is coming today, we have a little time to prove to Ghanaians. Niyama here in the last 6-7 years, every Ghanaian, average Ghanaian, say nye nipa omo person omo party ba power, now they get excited. Can tell you, say indeed, when it comes to managing this economy and this country, NPP, we are better managers of this country and better this economy than the NDC. Obi, okay, between 2009 and 2016, NDC4 had added on onto our national debt over 1,000%, from 9.2 billion to 122 billion, over 1,000 percentage increment of our national debt. 1,000. That is how reckless they were. And so they find nothing wrong with what is happening. So indeed, before, when we passed the Fiscal Responsibility Act to control government expenditure, excess expenditure, but for COVID, that happened. And Kaminyin say would have departed from that. We were on the trajectory. Our Ghana was cited as a beacon of hope and a shining example to the rest of the world. At some point, we had the fastest growing economy. You left an economy of 3.4% growth rate. Okay. In 2 years, we moved it to about 7% average growth rate. So these were things that we were going until COVID came. Obviously, it unsettled all of us. We had to go to Parliament to get that law relaxed so that we can save the good people of this country. And then you can say all manner of things that we are talking. But programs are I'm pretty sure once we have the extended credit facility, say our investment into agriculture should go beyond the persistence farming into commercial agriculture. And I think that is a new paradigm we need to chart so that we reduce the balance of trade, largely import-driven economy. Obi, and then say our national debt, over 40-43% of our national debt is because of exchange rate differentials. Yeah. That tells you, so it was 600 billion CD debt. Now 40%, a whooping 40% of it. It tells you there's a problem. These are monies that have been added onto your national debt. And what account for these exchange rate differentials? No, mostly it was about consumables. We depend on other countries. So where petroleum products, the prices were just escalating. Yes. And Tiembo Modern say we rewrite the architecture of this economy. Directing here. And this comment, when I make them, it is not because it's a mere MPP. But of course, I was doing a transaction. I had to buy $1 for almost 12 cedis. Obi na miti kraya meya. We are still importing poultry products to the tune of about $300 million into this country. Rice. These are staples that affect our national debt. And the amount for Soria, chunk of it, our own attitude is part of it. Now we contribute to the national debt as and we have to put our feet down. And again, Obi, I say this with pain. The supervision of our Forex, Sebi, recently I almost started operations about Forex management in this country on the street. Now, one name himself call airport and now and go for the dollar, or more $10 on the street. And also come. I said the dollar no bad for man. People buy it, hoard it, increase the price, just like that. We need to put in place measures that say to me eradicating entirely, it may calm down. Commercial banks are directing people to black market to go and buy dollar. How serious can that be? say problem no or mind here. Sabi who call marketer. Sabi yembisa also NDC ni a serve different rate. Yembisa also NPP ni a serve different rate. Enti ye nyina eno ntina say or mind what crisis more. We put our political interest aside. Na nyina ntina se ni nye hyehyɛ say how any be fast wa you be feel how are you but say you the extreme partisan positions simply because we want to win political power. Obi winning political power no you'll be exposed. The same people will chase you out.
Yeah.
The same people will chase you out. And see more modern say we will be able. I heard that Kenya now is buying petroleum products with the Kenyan shilling from their trading partners because they had to cough over $500 million every month to buy petroleum products for their country. It's almost collapsing their economy. It's almost collapsing their economy. Yeah. Where over 200 cities, 200 Kenyan shilling is exchanged for $1 in Kenya as we speak. Wow. Terrible. South Africa is in disarray. Don't so all over. Yenda nyamiase say we've kept the light on. Near Mumbai, near Tenassi, near Genji, na yenye partisan, excessive partisan politics. Will be in so na oba. Because so let me capitalize on the before. Meanwhile, you don't have any solution to the current problems that you want. Now, your mama solution be bano or now say on promise. And he's only capitalizing on the emotions of the people. But what he will do for this country, he's telling people that he won't even promise.
Obi, please let Honorable Sly understand that Ghanaians overwhelmingly voted for the NPP in 2016 based on some untruths peddled against John Mahama. Ghanaians simply bought and consumed those lies because they thought the alternative, which is the NPP, would have been better, and same Ghanaians will be the best judges come 2024. This NPP administration has gotten it all wrong. Maybe OP and Odiwe Apa. Obi, the NPP delegates would be the worst analytical thinkers if they vote for Baumia, Alan K, Kennedy, Japan. These three have no credible political alternatives to show the Ghanaian people. Okay. Obi, as it stands now, Ghana does not need over 60 years old president anymore. We need a dynamic, tech-savvy, and disciplined person below age 60 to lead the country in 2024. Should be between Dr. Baumia and Honorable Kojo Bonsu, as they are now the only young aspirant in their parties. Kofi Jemfi, Texas, US of A. What's it? That we were more coming in Japan.
Maybe that's one over 60 years. So say, someone below 60 years. I'm asking whether Japan is 60.
No, I don't think he is. I don't think he is. We say, Obi, the NDC is afraid of Baumia. That's why they attack him anytime they get the opportunity. Al-Hassan Meiga, Ashaiman. Al-Hassan Meiga, Ashaiman. Obi, tell lawyer Chum that given the global recession and its effect on our economy, would have been starving to death if his NDC was in power instead of Akufo-Addo and Baumia. Tell him health workers were on strike in the UK 3 weeks ago. 3 banks collapsed in the US 3 weeks ago. UK has transitioned 3 prime ministers in 1 year, all on account of the global recession. He should tell us what JM will do to solve the effect of this global recession. Junior, Tantra Hills, Eddie Way Upbrain. Okay, lawyer.
Obi, quick one. I was a catcher. I was and a man be before can. And you know, correct. I don't know what I can send me, but I'll take time to address most of them. No problem. And man, how 2 minutes ago,
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
This is a document that I'm having here.
From where?
It was published by the worldbank.org by 2 persons, and I say Sebastian and then Marcelo. Published on June 28, 2022. The heading is very simple. When the debt crisis hits, don't simply blame the pandemic. That is the heading. Now, I say every debt crisis begins with unheeded warnings and ends with severe limits on investments in education, health, and infrastructure, among other things. These crises often spark civil unrest and government collapse, delivering the lasting setbacks to the growth prospects of the affected countries. Let me skip forward. I say, but it would be a mistake. It would be a mistake to pin the blame on the pandemic should those crises arrive. Because why are they saying so? They ask a very simple question.
Is it about Ghana? Or is it about
no a generic
article?
Especially
so the IMF itself, the president of the world, the bank itself has altered an opinion based on empirical evidence. Don't let him read his opinion here.
Can you just listen?
We are talking about Ghana and you are talking about somebody's opinion.
Because you are part of it.
He has some points.
There's no
you are part of it.
There's no point.
No,
this is not the bank's position.
It's an opinion.
Authors, it's an opinion shared somewhere. It's like an NDC opinion being shared on the economy of Ghana.
For some of these articles, where they are published.
Yes.
Because when it's published on, your friend is saying, worldbank.org, that's very authoritative. Let's listen to him.
So listen.
Finish.
Now, Obi, now, Mami, Obisa question was, what drove the pre-COVID debt accumulation? The question is, what's it or and your Ghana and Kwasam? Your problem, I see if it's your dad. And your debt.
Yeah, debt.
So it's a very simple question. What drove the pre-COVID debt accumulation? Before it's a COVID, my one is about our debt. What drove it? The answer to mine was it. Let's be clear. It wasn't economic surprises that were beyond the government's ability to foresee. So it wasn't surprise for Akufo-Addo Bawumia government to foresee that we were going to be here. It was simply bad policies. This is the word. It was simply bad policy. So don't just blame the pandemic. Because even before the pandemic, we were warned. Okay? And then 2019, December 17th, IMF warns Ghana against collateralized borrowing.
94.7.
Wasn't know what we were doing. And I get one way. You find your Sadia and no one more warning will be. Asla, you find where Sadia will be. You were warned. So she and I didn't know I am a friend. Wow, to be a good woman, you. And I can say. They warned you.
The president of the bank has spoken.
Oh, Master.
I know they don't
forget about those diplomatic languages.
Diplomatic language. That one is a diplomatic language.
Me say, this is your word. Tell me, sir,
lawyer.
I've given you the date and time.
Lawyer.
Mama, date and time. My cousin won't can't tell. I said, no man warning one. So why yet? What by now? What time? Why yet? They've used SLA as collateral. They've used get fund as collateral. But they were warned by the IMF. When Tian was an answer, no kind of amino. I mean, was I going to go to almost on some wall? But when they were warning, did you listen? You didn't listen. Sure? What can I say? Me name is Rick. Was it? When we ran the economy and the economy was growing around 7%. Who told you it was your work? Who told you it was your work?
So that was
again. Listen.
That was your work.
IMF projects Ghana's economy to grow 7.5% in 2017.
But before COVID, they were projecting a positive growth outlook for Ghana. Before COVID came, that was not putting it.
Can you just listen? This was dated 13th December 2016.
Okay.
30th December 2016, they projected Ghana to be growing by 7.5%. Do you know what they cited? They said, the International Monetary Fund projects that Ghana's economy will grow by 7.5% in 2017 as the Chinebua, Enra, and Ntome Tain, that is the Tain oil fields, begins full production. Do you get it? Yeah. So it is not Akufo-Addo's doing.
If you don't get
it has got no miracles to do with Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. And then we're doing.
You get it?
The best you have done is to recklessly manage this economy.
About it.
Recklessly manage this economy. What's here, Kasa say? I can't the exchange rate differentials. What's because I'm Webi?
But that's a fact.
Your Bawumia said he has arrested the dollar and kept it in the cells. Your Bawumia.
Police have said he killed him out.
What I was by then out. I was out by then. What he cited the then IGP as a deputy, my boss. That's what he killed my IGP. I grow money to do. I grow. What's watch dollar? And now what $1 now what's watching? I boom and out in your man, and no difference now but tossing it to a man. Can you imagine? I thought you said you were the best manager of the economy. I thought you said when it comes to the exchange rate, Obient Munshia. And Akufo-Addo in 2016 had issues with $1 to CD being 3.47. No issues. It was so untias was say as a result of bad leadership. And the man yakoto $1 at a rate of 3 cedis 47 pesos. Bad leadership and the Thomas had never. And Tiana would $1 and 30 cedis. Maybe I would any friend saying. And now we see our under your leadership. The number would be asking saying Yamano Timber Midunami inflation rate. And that the two of you, your tenure. Dollar 3.47 and a quadruple. A quadruple. It's more than 3.47 a bad leadership. More than anything. He is super incompetent leadership. And then you have issues with a debt to GDP ratio of 57%. What's it a very worse? Now bad leadership between the and now the saying you are around 100%. You are around 100%. Yet this guy still praise themselves that they have done well. Where do you read from? I mean, which planet do you come from? How can that be? You didn't agree to 57%, but you want us to agree to 100% debt to GDP ratio. Whereby now you have even been asked by the same IMF that you have run to that go and take your debt back to the 57% and I say incompetent level. That's why I said here. Said now they are even struggling to become incompetent. They are begging the Paris Club and the Chinese to help them to become incompetent. Obi, that is where we find ourselves. They are begging to become incompetent. The competent ones, the best managers of the economy are begging to become incompetent. I'll prove it to you here. Our crisis and our issues, yeah? Last one I'm giving you. This was a document published or issued by the World Bank in 2020, May. Now, I was about COVID by World Bank and the IMF at Kamboom as one. At the policy by the friend of Debt Suspension Services, Debt Service Suspension Initiative, DSSI. And that policy no but I say amaya sabrana COVID by a camera as at May now one this idea neighbor. A camo can a question that and some minor and must subscribe to say policy. Obi, near Chimo can sing, and then am I way. And I cannot just say. Basically, I had a way none. What you cannot sing. But when you had the opportunity to go and do that with the IMF and the World Banks before COVID even sparked to the West in this country or even in the world. This was in May. Tia. Was say 1 year's idea we here. A country like Ghana refused to subscribe. The best managers of the economy, they refused to subscribe to this. I'm a more for home Kodombi. And next, the opportunity that they had in the past, and the Paris Club and now Paul Machawunde, you wouldn't have even begged them. The Chinese and co, you would have even gone to beg them. We have a free medium to use them or to go to get them to suspend your debt. Now, what you can what you mobilizing because it was going to be suspended for say the total repayment period was 6 years, including 1 year grace period. This was what you were going to enjoy. This government, as reckless and incompetent as they are, they refuse to subscribe to this. I'm a World Bank penny back and say, "Hey, no one, Papa." Say, "Bibi say you are one more incompetent." Now IMF, sorry, Ghana. You're penning for through the kind of writers and co.
Okay.
Atimia refusing to subscribe to this. Now what are you doing? Are you not doing the same thing that they gave the opportunity to come and do? And now we are there. Now you are going back to the Paris Club, haven't you? You have. But those people were part of the people that were going to ask them to suspend your debts. What made you fail to subscribe to that? Yet these people will tell you that they can manage the economy well. People can pay their and I know you say you take everyone saying a good tough one that therefore issue statement to be complaining about the high rate of interest on their loans and so on and so forth. Musia. So if people, private sector, for a woman could kotobaton with you muga or bobesia, I could nigga when you're home for soccer, when you're person be like my bank and I could have a back. And now what you mean to the Bessian? What you mean because if I saw a goose abronoso and men con was it still now money economy? You are blaming somebody. But everything points to the fact that no matter I can't tell you now points to the fact that you failed. And if no recklessness, I don't know how I can describe you again. Except that you have been reckless. And you couldn't have a foreseeable future. As the World Bank cited, say, and the man has economic surprises you. You were warned. The World Bank warned us, say, Ghana will be declared a debt distress country. Why you not here? You heard it. And indeed, we have been described as a debt distress country. Now we can't even go to the international bond market to even borrow. What's be that?
Lawyer, I mean, I say.
International bond market now. Borrowing now, who come as and when you borrow now, go borrow.
You have been locked. What I say? You have been locked from going to have anything to do with them.
Obi.
All right,
Madam Wase, Madam Wase.
What is among you? And now what are what among you? One,
I'll do that for you.
You, right.
Honorable, I can do 1 minute each for you. Concluding remarks.
Well, Obi, yes. The American say, you see, me say NDC, baby, I woy. NDC and Ghana for what they are coming to do different. And John Mahama is a presumptive leader of the NDC.
Yes.
Now he didn't have opportunity to do the things he'll be talking about today. And I'll catch and says will be the president, I'll be S. Gracia. Meanwhile, or not is here or GS Gracia. And no be no the runs the campaign.
Also will be trained for members of the executive.
Members of the executive. Now say he's a member of the executive. He's enjoying his S. Gracia as a member way. And no be now Felix Ofosu actually the contest election. In your on submitting him to what he thinks that when he get the power he will do. On submitting him to it. People are making the argument say the law does not permit him to work and all that. Say he's seeking to get a job.
The law does not permit who to?
The former president to work. That is why we pay them and all that.
I mean that's
say if these are the things he's coming to, he has had opportunity because he started talking about S. Gracia issues way before he left office. And there got opportunity, no fee power, so when support to Krana, and also using him as an example because he doesn't see himself to retire from active politics and be taken care of by the state. He's spending whooping sums of money going around in an attempt to become a worker once again for the country. And they are going to use him as an example, say, I don't believe in S. Gracia, and I'll make him, and for that reason, I subject me, pound for Moji S. Gracia, they feed on the state. They ain't taking no serious. So media, we are waiting. We are not on to the book. We say these are setbacks and we overcome them. Now you overcome what we are. You overcome what we are. Let's show what they will use as their campaign.
They will use as a campaign. Lawyer.
MBB candidates na ban say no so akaso mbo be magana for what the movie aka
OTA transformative GTP
what GTP what GTP Kyerematen gira simpies no say message go mu ni bi na wo mu nya be so
go you see uko kasa OTA GTP
oh
me see what GTP
that say me see na me studio ha me ni paragraph na ba hand go have na paragraph ti and go pa
best anyway na man best any GTP
Alan say massa economy no ama mu kokora mu nya message nka
me say
oh that guy say John Dramani mama nka de oba be Ghana for
there no ba be
mu obi
party kwaso be mount man
mu obi na mu obi
party kwaso
mu de anybody atemu obi yan ko akire o
okay
yatemu de no ho ama na practice wuso be ni ye na be ni ye na nne nti nya ni ye obi obi ni ye na betre san me of me kusu amezi for na san me
o si for work out
what you say?
Yeah.
So what I want the MPP to understand is we, the NDC, we are ready to run the country in an efficient manner.
Okay.
Not in the manner that they have led this country into. And they, one microphone united to me say, the country is in a mess. And they've messed up. They know. But I don't say, no, they are say, as some say, they make my can no, but what mean can say, because all can my say, see, I think, or call party unity. Maybe they make my track. What you say? It's not about what mean can, but no crab. They've messed up the country. Sorry, we are not making a say, or from none, I don't know. How can somebody be working for the past 4 months when you catch that? But the decision is running. Obi. And you see, a subsidy and Pacific cannot create. But this country is in a mess.
Lawyer Chumberima, Yadase. Ekosiisen na haya Asempa FM.